Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. This is Everything DC, Marvel, and more, and today we are going to be discussing the updates that we have from these past 2 weeks, and also mainly that being the San Diego Comic-Con announcement for Marvel. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you are enjoying if you do enjoy the live stream. So let's begin. If you guys were not here for 2 weeks ago, basically every other week I will be, or you could say every 2 weeks, I'll be doing a live stream covering the news for the previous 2 weeks and between Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. We're going to start with Marvel. We're just going to go from the MCU Direct, the Star Wars Direct, and DCU Direct. So those are all Twitter accounts, really, really good for information and news. So those I will be putting, I will be posting on there some, I'll be posting on there some, I'm losing my train of thought. I will be posting the links to those Twitter accounts, and you will be able to see the sources that I'm using. So we're going to start with Marvel. Before we do that, we do have some questions. So right here, is it still worth going to San Diego Comic-Con now that Marvel isn't attending? I would say, I mean, some people just go specifically for like comics. I would only go to San Diego Comic-Con for Marvel and DC, and now that Marvel isn't going, if I had tickets, I would probably still go because I had tickets. I may actually, if I did have tickets, I may have tried to resell them maybe, but we'll get a little bit more into that later. So let's start with some Marvel news. So again, this is all of their news from, again, the MCU Direct Twitter page, and I'm going through every single news post that they posted since June 12th. And our last live stream was June 11th. So we're just going to go straight from there. And yeah. So first up, Sony is reportedly eyeing an October 2024 release for Venom 3. So October 2024, it is June 2023. So in about a month, no, not a month, about a year and 3 months. So yeah. Next thing, Daredevil Born Again's production has been halted once again due to the WGA strike. Scarlett Johansson has confirmed that the Mystery MCU project, which she's producing, is still happening at Marvel Studios. The first look at the Werewolf by Night Funko Pop figures has surfaced online, which I will show. Actually, yeah, I will show that if I'm able to. So, yeah, actually, no, they don't have a picture. But basically, there are going to be Werewolf by Night Funko Pops. The Incredible Hulk began streaming on June 16th on Disney Plus. So Disney had the rights for that. Marvel Comics has teased a potential romance between Loki and Wanda in an upcoming issue of Scarlet Witch. Sony Pictures has announced 2 release dates for 2 untitled Marvel movies. November 8th, 2024 and June 27th, 2025. So one of these is expected to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4, and the other one is expected to be, I'm pretty sure Venom 3, that's what they said. I know I just read that it's October, but I think it was around October. Let me actually see. Um I know it is rumored that Spider-Man will be one of those. I'm trying to see what will the next one be. I'm not sure, but yeah. So that's good to know. Disney Plus has updated its Marvel Hub banner to highlight the MCU's new wave of heroes. So um, basically, I'm gonna show this picture because this is good to look at. It's actually pretty interesting to see. So I don't know if you guys know this, but let me show you on the screen now. So on the screen, this is actually a perfect picture, and this is why I like. Um, this is why I like the MCU Direct so much. So here on the screen, you can see on the top is the original photo, and then updated is on the bottom. So added they added let's see. So they added She-Hulk, Elena Belova, and Nick Fury, and then um, they removed Black Panther, Black Widow, and and Thor. So yeah, pretty cool. Um, Secret Invasion will take place after the events of She-Hulk, which is the present day of the MCU timeline. So it's not like it took place um, like before, like in the past or future. It's in present day. Marvel Comics has revealed the first look at the wedding between Tony Stark and X-Men's Emma Frost in an upcoming crossover event for comics, which is interesting. The first official poster for Craven the Hunter has been released. And also the trailer was released at the same time. It was actually a Sony event. So I can't show that trailer, but be sure to look on the Sony Pictures YouTube channel and you can watch that trailer. I am able to show the poster. So there you go. You can see the poster over there. Let's see. So, just trying to find some new things. Disney has released 2 Marvel Studios movie releases from its 2025 slate. So there was some untitled Marvel movies that was planning on getting released, but they got rid of it, and now it's just gone. So yeah. Um, let's see. Next thing's Secret Invasion came out. Um, I liked it. I really think it has the potential to be a pretty good series. That ending, though, I won't have any spoilers, but that really surprised me. That ending, that surprised me. Sony has removed El Muerto's Spider-Man spin-off movie from its release calendar. So that has been canceled. Secret Invasion's opening credits were created using AI, which has um, had some strong backlash from some fans. So some people don't like that idea. Um, don't know if there's anything else. Shang-Chi 2 is officially happening. I think they're currently writing a script for it, which is super fun. A newly announced Marvel novel will explore what if Wanda Maximoff and Peter Parker were siblings. So that's something to know as well. They so Marvel is releasing three new stories, um, or three new books, I should say. And let me actually see. So they are releasing um, What If Loki Was Worthy, a Loki and Valkyrie story. What if Spider Man and um, and Wanda were siblings? And then another one, but I can't find it. So Marvel's releasing books about what if series, which is really cool. I don't see that much else. Aubrey Plaza says that Agatha Coven of Chaos is the most elevated Marvel material that's out there. So, sorry about that. That may have been very loud. I apologize. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Loki Season's 2 official plot synopsis has been released. So I will read that. Another thing, too, is that Venom 3 is set to start filming this week. There are different endings that are playing in different movie theaters for Across the Spider-Verse, or like alternate versions. The Secret Invasion director announced that there will be a twist involving Nick Fury in the series. And then I think that's pretty much it. But let's read that Loki season 2 plot synopsis. So Loki season 2 picks up in the aftermath of the shocking season finale when Loki finds himself in a battle of the soul of the time variance authority. Along with Mobius, Hunter B-15, and a team of new and returning characters, Loki navigates an ever-expanding, increasingly dangerous multiverse in search of Sylvie. Judge Renslayer, Miss Minutes, and the truth of what it means to possesses free possesses free will and glorious purpose. So yeah, pretty exciting. I'm excited for that. And yeah. Now let's look at DC. So this is big news for DC. Superman Lois has been renewed for a 10 episode season 4. Speaking of that, there were some things about that. So sadly, some sad news comes with that. So obviously, a 10 episode season is pretty short, and probably the worst news is there's only 4 main stars. So the only four main stars of the series, no, five. The five main stars of the series for season four is going to be Superman, Lois, Jordan, and Jonathan, and then Lex Luthor. So those are going to be the main cast members. Everybody else is not main cast. It hasn't been confirmed if any of them are recurring. So I guess there's still hope. There could be some characters that are recurring, just not in every episode. But as of right now, all those episodes will not be appearing in season four, which is really sad. And the reason they're doing that is because it's costs a lot of money to pay all the actors. Um, I just so yeah. It's kind of sad, but at least we get to have a proper season with Superman Lois, and again, it will be on the CW. So it's not like HBO Max picked it up; it will be on the CW. Speaking of the CW has canceled Gotham Knights after one season, which is kind of sad. It's good timing too, because this week is actually the season finale. Well, now series finale of Gotham Knights and season finale of Superman Lois. Um, I didn't mind Gotham Knights. I thought it was a good show. I honestly like Naomi. It felt like a chore to watch, and the only reason I was watching Naomi was because I just wanted to say like I watched all the Arrowverse shows. Gotham Knights, like if I was just like a random person watching a show and I haven't seen any of the other Arrowverse shows, I would probably watch Gotham Knights. Like it's like a decent show. Um, I don't know. I did not think it was that bad. Let's see. Um, Harley Quinn's season four will premiere on Max this summer. Let's see. Flash was playing in theaters. I watched the new Flash movie. I won't say any spoilers. I thought it was okay. It was better than I thought, I guess you could say. But yeah, it was a little. Mm, yeah. Um, the Penguin series will be rated TV mature, which is TV's equivalent to an R rating. So Penguin will basically be rated R. Speaking of the Penguin is still filming and still is going to be a TV show, but it's just halted due to the due to I was going to say something. The writer's strike. The Flash has received a B grade cinema score from audiences, which is tied for the lowest grade of any DCEU movie ever. The lowest one that's tied with is Batman vs. Superman. Um, a new Beast Boy focused animated series, Beast Boy Lone Wolf, is now in production, which is exciting. I might have to get HBO just because there's a bunch of these shows coming out and it's kind of like the new home of DC. So I may have to do that. A new report has revealed that Henry Cavill's Superman was originally set to appear at the end of The Flash alongside Supergirl, Bruce Wayne, and Wonder Woman. Um, the Flash. Director Andy has addressed the movie's visual effects sequences that have been criticized by fans as bad CGI. So the director said that it was on purpose and it was a part of the design because everything's supposed to be weird in the multiverse. That sounds like a really big excuse. Like that's I feel like that's like the equivalent to saying something like you ask someone, like what's 10 plus 10, and you say, oh, 10 plus 10 is 18. And then they ask you, what do you mean it's 18? And then they say, well, I was just saying 18, so then I could see if you would realize I got it wrong, to see if you really knew what 10 plus 10 was. It's kind of like that. Like, basically just saying, well, the bad CGI was on purpose, because that's what it's supposed to be. Which I don't really think that's the case, which is kind of weird, but you know. Um, Superman Legacy had auditions to be casted in it. He was blown away by it, which is super fun. Means there must be a lot of really good actors. Super Friends, DC's first Justice League animated series, has now been removed from Max, which is really sad. Warner Brothers has confirmed 7 upcoming animated DC series set to release in 2023 and beyond. And those, which is actually a big deal. That's like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did not see this. This is my first time seeing this. So this is honestly my first reaction. But Warner Brothers unveils their DC's new animated slate. So here's the full list of animated projects that will arrive under the DC banner. So Beast Boy, Lone Wolf, Batman Caped Crusader, My Adventures with Superman, Creature Commandos, Bat Family, Harley Quinn Season 4, Kite Man, which is a Harley Quinn spinoff. And then apparently Warner Brothers also announced a brand new Teen Titans TV spinoff show. Which is the Beast Boy. Fun. Okay, let's see now. Next. DC's Studio Swamp Thing will be a gothic horror movie. Sorry, it's just taking a while to look at. I think that's it. So now let's move on to Star Wars, and then we'll get into some of our bigger announcements. Okay, so for Star Wars, Baylan Skoll will be a former Jedi turned mercenary in the Ahsoka series. Lucasfilms has delayed the next Star Wars movie, which is expected to be the Daisy Ridley starring New Jedi Order film, to May 22nd, 2026. Ahsoka is the first ever live action Star Wars project to have its 3 top billed cast members to be female. Good to know. There's something else that I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Okay, no, I think that's it. Let me see. Okay. The Acolyte has casted Abigail Thorne as Ensign. I'm not sure how to say that. Making her the first transgender actor to appear in a Star Wars series. Lucasfilm has. That's not Important. I think that's it. So yeah, not a lot of news for Star Wars, but that's okay. Now let's go over to some of our other big announcements. But before we do that, let's go through some of these. Um, I like the updated Marvel photo. Me too. I really like how it's showing like the new characters. I think um yeah, actually I do. I think I like how it has the new characters in it. I feel like the other one had like it was more um I feel like the other one was like put together more, like more edited well. I feel like the new one they have is kind of edited strangely, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of yeah. 1 second. I'm trying to see something real quick. Okay. Um what did you think of the Craven the Hunter trailer? Um I don't really like I don't know. I think it might be, I mean it's rated R, which I think is I was not expecting that. Also, I'm not, well, I guess I could say I'm not watching it in theaters. Like it doesn't seem like it would be that good, if that makes sense. It seems like it could also definitely be like a Morbius type thing. Cuz I don't like the tagline villains aren't born, they're made. Like that just sounds really cheesy and I feel like I don't know. I just would not like that. Um I heard of a new Star Wars movie with Daisy Ridley. Yeah, I think that's the one that they're planning. Um, yeah, let me see, because I just saw something that would be very exciting for some people, but I want to make sure it's true. Okay, yeah, so basically, um, the director of Ahsoka, or I guess you could say Dave Filoni, confirmed that Ahsoka is Star Wars Rebels season 5. So, if you like Star Wars Rebels, that would be good to watch. And I think I saw somewhere, I don't know if this is true, but apparently Star Wars Rebels may actually be having a season 5, or I guess you could technically say a season 6 if you count Ahsoka as season 5, but you know what I mean. Um, which would be really cool. I don't know, I like Star Wars Rebels. I think it's a fun show. You'll probably be able to watch Craven and H on HBO Max a couple of months after it's released in theaters. Yeah, I would assume. I don't know. Is there? I'm gonna look up. Is there Sony films on HBO Max? Yeah, there is. Okay, so maybe I just didn't know if there was any Sony stuff on there. Let's go through this though, because this is kind of important. Marvel Studios announces updates to theatrical release schedule. So finally, the writer's strike did hit Marvel Studios. So are you ready? So get ready for this. Captain America: Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Blade, an untitled Deadpool movie, Fantastic Four, Avengers: The Kane Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars all receive new release dates. So announced by the Walt Disney Company early today, the upcoming Marvel Studios films have all received slightly shifted release dates. Find all the new dates listed below. So Captain America Brave New World previously dated on May 3rd, 2024 moves to July 26th, 2024. Um so if you ignore the Marvels, which is coming out in November, then Captain America Brave New World would be the next series or show or sorry. Captain America Brave New World would be the next movie on May 3rd, but now it's getting moved to July 26th, which is about 2 months of a difference, which is okay. I mean, that's not that bad. I don't know. I think because during that time there's going to be so much. Because I'm pretty sure Daredevil Born Again is going to be coming out between that time. So that's like 18 weeks of Marvel content. So I'm pretty sure between the Marvels coming out November 10th and this movie coming out July 26th, even though that's such a long time between two movies, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of like animated shows and live action TV shows coming out, so that should kind of balance out everything. And then the Thunderbolts, which was previously dated on July 26th. So again, Captain America Brave New World's moving to July 26th, and which Thunderbolts was previously dated for July 26th, moves to December 20th, 2024. So they're trying to get that Christmas slot, which is really good. Um, I would say that's probably the best like slot of movies because obviously there's about once a week there's like a big movie I would say that comes out, and it's not like there's like a huge thing that companies have to like say like, okay, I want to have my movie come out this week. I mean, obviously you can have two big movies come out at the same time, but also you don't want like I think the Flash and that Disney's Elemental movie came out at the exact same like day. Um, like you can do that, but most of the time you want to just have your own movie on a specific day, so then all of the people can focus on that one movie. And I would say the best movies to have is around that Christmas time because a lot of people are out of work, out of school. So because they have that December 20th slot, that is great time because yeah, it's good because I'm trying to see 2024 December 2024. Okay, yeah, so that's like 5 days before Christmas. So yeah, that's a pretty good spot. Um, Blade, which was originally dated on September 6th, 2024, will now be moving to um, February 14th, 2025. So, um, and now so Blade moved to the Fantastic Four slot, and now that Blade moved to 214, Fantastic Four is moving from February 14th to uh, May 2nd, 2025, which Avengers the Kane Dynasty was slated on May 2nd, 2025, and is now moving to May 1st, 2026. And the movie previously slated on May 1st, 2026 was Avengers Secret Wars, which is now dated on May 7th, 2027. So as you can see, all the shows kind of or movies kind of shifted. So like Blade took the Fantastic Four spot. Fantastic Four took the Avengers the Kang Dynasty spot. Avengers the Kang Dynasty took the Avengers Secret War spot, etc. One thing that's just kind of, oh, I guess this should be noted too. I miss this. The Deadpool movie, which was gonna come out on November 8th, 2024, is actually coming out sooner, and is now coming out May 3rd, 2024, which was the Captain America Brave New World slate. So I guess we do have a movie in there. I was thinking we had to go all the way from the Marvels on coming in November, and we had to go through December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, like 8 months. But we do have the Deadpool movie in there, so that should kind of help the break. So now let's see the big news for today. Comic-Con. Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, Netflix, Universal Pictures, and Sony Pictures. I'm going to say that again. Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, which is Star Wars, Netflix, Universal Pictures, and Sony Pictures sit out FanFest amid labor unrest. And this is from Deadline. Comic-Con is the latest event to be hit by Hollywood's labor issue. A number of major studios have decided against having a presence at the FanFest, which is scheduled to kick off in San Diego on July 19th. Deadline has confirmed that Universal Pictures, Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, Sony Pictures, and Netflix are among those companies not planning to attend in a major way. It comes as the Writers Guild of America is currently on strike, having failed to reach a deal with the AMPTP, and SAG-AFTRA is still negotiating with the studios. As we revealed earlier today, it is a pivotal moment for the actors as their contract is up on June 30th, which means that a actors strike may be starting July 1st. Now, I'm just going to put in my own thoughts here. Usually strikes last for about 3 months, so obviously if a strike started July 1st, it would not be done by July 19th for San Diego Comic-Con. And obviously if Marvel Studios wanted to do a acting, like an actor announcement, and they wanted some actors to come out on stage, they couldn't do that if the actors were on strike. So sadly, that would not be possible. And don't worry, I'm going to keep reading this, but we are going to talk a little bit about D23 since that will be the next big panel, or I guess big content heavy event. So I'll be talking a little bit about that after this. So it is the latest blow for Comic-Con, which was forced to cancel its main event in 2020 and 2021 as a result of the pandemic. It also comes as a slew of other film and TV-focused events have been impacted. The Television Critics Association's summer press tour has been canceled, and there are even question marks as whether the Emmys will go ahead in September. The move will mean the attendees won't be able to hear about and potentially see anything from upcoming movies such as Disney's Haunted Mansion, Captain Marvel's sequel The Marvels, or Lucasfilm projects such as Ahsoka. Universal Pictures has movies such as I'm not sure how to say that, and The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which would have been classic Comic-Con fare, while Sony has Kraven the Hunter. Netflix, meanwhile, recently held its own fan event, Tudum, in Brazil, where it talked about the return of Stranger Things and the upcoming adaptation of the Chinese sci-fi novel The Three-Body Problem from the Games of Thrones creators. Another thing to mention, too, about that is I think it's getting to a point where a lot of companies are now realizing that it would be better just to have their own events. Like Netflix has their own events, DC had DC Fandom. I think it would be so cool if Marvel had their own convention. Like Marvel Studios had their own convention. That would be so cool. Like instead of just having like think about like at San Diego Comic Con and at D23, they just have one panel for Marvel. Imagine they had a whole entire convention and they had a panel for every single upcoming show, like an hour for each show, not just an hour for everything, but an hour for each show, an hour for each movie, each animated show, everything under the Marvel Studios logo and label. They had a panel for it. Like that would be so cool. That would probably be the one convention that like if they did that, that's something where like it is like Marvel Studio. So like I would probably be live every like the whole entire event. Cause like that's just it's crazy to think if they did that, like that would be amazing. HBO will also not have a major presence at Comic Con this year, but this has not been impacted by the labor negotiations. It doesn't have any sci fi, supernatural, or fantasy fare, with House of Dragons not coming back for season 2 until next year. Its season sister streamer Max, however, may attend, bringing some unannounced animated projects. Sources close to some come to the sources close to some of the studios added that if things change on the labor front, there is still a chance of plans changing and making a last minute appearance. So again, that is good to know. If something does change, these companies may come. Another thing to notice too is that there will be DC. So as of right now, DC will still be there. So DC can just this is a great chance for James Gunn to announce a bunch of stuff. So um, don't worry. I know some of you guys are probably thinking like, how am I going to cover San Diego Comic Con? I'm probably just gonna do more. I don't know for sure DC if they go. Another thing to notice too is Marvel did release that they will still be on the floor. Um, so stuff like the booths, they'll still be having a booth where they will be doing like cosplay, stuff like that. They also didn't say anything about animation. So just like last year, if you guys remember, they had a live action panel and they had an animation panel. Maybe they'll still have an animation panel. That would be cool. That would probably be possible to do just because I don't know, it's a little bit different. So they may still be doing that. Um, on a brighter note, with all the bad stuff that's just came out, there will be a presence for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, and there will be a Sonic the Hedgehog restaurant opening. So if you're interested in any of those, that's good. Let's talk a little bit about um, D23. So I wanted to go over this a little bit and just kind of talk about D23 like last year's event, and I'm gonna do 2022, and then I'm also gonna do the D23 2019 schedule, just so we can kind of get an idea of what we could expect at D23. So then we can get excited for it, and we're able to look forward to it, even though we aren't having, you know, any of this, which is kind of sad. So let's see. So for last year, for 2022, they had a panel. They have studio showcases. So let's just, some of you guys may not even know what D23 is. So D23 is a Disney event. So because it's Disney, Star Wars and Lucasfilm and Marvel are all Disney, um, are related to Disney. So those two companies will come together for this event. And kind of how the event works is that there's two studio showcases. So the first studio showcase covers Disney and Pixar, and the second studio showcase covers Lucasfilm, uh, Marvel Studios, and 20th Century Studios. So it's like all basically a bunch of the stuff that we watch. And it's a 2 hour event covering all of that in just one panel. So it's super, super fun. So last year they had they had a Disney and Marvel games showcase. They had a panel for Marvel music. They had a the studio showcase. They had a Marvel Comics panel. They had a Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur panel, which is really cool. I can't really see anything else. In 2019, they had a little bit more Marvel stuff. So in 2019, they had um, a Star Wars Vader Immortal Episode 2 preview, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, a Disney Plus showcase, Walt Disney Studios showcase, Marvel Comics 80th anniversary panel. Um, uh, yeah, so that's yeah, but basically the point is that it's a pretty big thing. Another thing too to know is Disney Plus Day. So uh, Disney Plus Day is September 8th. No, that's not Disney Plus Day. When was so in November? I don't know why is this taking so long. November 12th. So on November 12th, it's was the release of Disney Plus. So every year on November 12th, they release some news. Not like it's not like a whole entire event, but it's just like a article post. So like Marvel will release a full on article post with a bunch of announcements. Or what they'll do is they did this I think in actually 2019 or no 2020 I think. On November 12th they actually released a like special on Disney Plus. Like you can actually watch it on Disney Plus, and and it's Kevin Feige talking, and he's like just talking about some Disney Plus stuff. So yeah, so that's super exciting. Um, so that's on November 12th, and then we have D23, which is September 8th, 9th, and 10th. So yeah, I don't know. I'm it's a little bit sad about San Diego Comic Con, but I'm happy we have D23. We also have New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con is the second biggest Comic Con. Um, I don't. Yeah, I'll look up 20. I don't think there's that much stuff. I am super interested in seeing though, like super super interested in looking at the schedule for San Diego Comic Con, and when it actually releases. I'll be on vacation, but trust me, I will for sure be looking at my phone when it does release, because I'm really curious. Like I won't do a full analysis of it, obviously, but I am really really curious to see what will they even have. Like I don't know. Like I don't think, and I'm pretty sure because the way they did WonderCon Anaheim this year is they released all of it, like the whole entire schedule at once. So I'm assuming they're going to do that for San Diego Comic Con. I just don't know what they're going to have. Like, it's definitely going to be a Comic Con because there's just going to be comic stuff. But I am curious to see if they're like what else they're going to have. Um, but yeah, I'll be for sure to look at that. I'm curious. So for New York Comic Con, for some reason I can't access the 2023 official schedule unless, well, wait, no. 2023 is this year. 2022. Let me see. I'm trying to look. So here's some stuff from 2022. There was a Velma, HBO Max Velma panel. Um, Oscar Isaac Spotlight, who played Moon Knight. Uh, what else is there? I don't know. This is kind of a hard thing to look at. You can't view it from 2023, which is kind of hard to see. Um, so something I would say to really know is San Diego Comic Con for Marvel specifically, and honestly, I would say um, Lucasfilm too. San Diego Comic Con is usually more like actually like live action or animation stuff, and then New York Comic Con is more like comic book stuff. They had a HBO Max's Pennyworth panel, the origin of Batman's butler, and again, this is all New York Comic Con. Um, they don't really have that much. A Smallville cast reunion, which is a DC show. Um, they had some Netflix panels. The Oscar Isaac spotlight, the Winchesters. They had the Winchesters pilot screening and Q&A, which is a CW. HBO Max and DC's Doom Patrol and Titans. So they had a panel for Doom Patrol and Titans, which is super exciting. And that was actually cool too, because at 3:30 they had Doom Patrol, and then at 4:15 they had Titans. So they just kind of combined it together. So yeah, they have some pretty fun stuff. I would be honestly, I would. Hmm. I think what James Gunn may want to do is have Superman and Lois have a panel. Maybe they'll actually have one at San Diego Comic Con. Now that I'm thinking about it, if they don't at San Diego Comic Con, they may at New York Comic Con. Like that seems like that would be a good. If they can't, because I think this may be wrong, but like you would think there would be a bunch of people and companies trying to do panels at San Diego Comic Con because it's the biggest one. So I don't think you have to pay to have a panel, but then again, I don't know because you would think there would be so many people trying to have a panel. New York Comic Con would probably be like easier to have a panel at. Um, yeah, so there's really nothing. Yeah, there's really nothing here. There's just like a lot of whatever um panels. I think 2019 may have had some more. Let's see. 2019 they had a 20th Century Fox panel, so like Free Guy, that like video game thing. Um they had a Sony Pictures panel. They had some other Star Wars audiobooks panel. So they definitely, I mean, I would say from my idea, the three major conventions of the year is in order would be San Diego Comic Con, D23, and then New York Comic Con would probably be the three. So before we do anything else, is there anything you want to say or any comments? We don't really have that long just because I have been talking. So is there anything else that you would like to talk about? So just questions. If not, I will start kind of doing a conclusion. I'll see you guys in not next week. No, not next week, but the week after. Just because I am planning on doing that every 2 weeks. And actually, no, I won't, because I'll do a live stream July. Okay. So if the schedule for San Diego Comic Con comes out all at once, it will be coming out July 5th. So July 5th will be if the schedule comes out all at once. Then I will do a live stream July 10th, probably. No, probably the 7th. But if the schedule comes out every day, so like it would each day would come out. So like July 5th, the Wednesday schedule would come out. July 6th, the Thursday schedule. July 7th, the Friday. July 8th, the Saturday. And then July 9th, the Sunday schedule would come out. If that's the case, then I'll be live on like July 11th. So basically, it won't be 2 full weeks. I'll be live. Oh my gosh, next week. That's crazy. Next week, the San Diego Comic Con schedule is coming out. Wow. I already feel like it was not that long ago when we were like covering San Diego Comic Con last year. That's crazy. But yeah, so in a week, that schedule will come out. So I'll probably see you guys in a week, which is pretty cool. I would like to hear about what you think of Secret Invasion so far. I really like it. I was surprised by that ending though. Maybe really surprised. I honestly thought that it was like, I have to say, I thought it was gonna be like just like a thing where they bring her back to life. But then when I saw the credits play, I saw that it said in the credits, special guest star Kobe Smulders. And then I'm like, oh wait, if it's a special guest star, that means they're only there for one episode. But if they're there for like, multiple, then they become recurring or a main star. So that kind of stressed me out a little bit. I'm like, oh wait, maybe she's not coming back. But yeah, so yeah. I'm trying to see Marvel. There's like Marvel What If books, and I told you about 2 of them. Here we go. Okay, so the series will launch in 2024 with 3 titles. The first book in the series is What If Loki Was Worthy, a Loki and Valkyrie story, publishing on March 12th, 2024. Followed by What If Wanda Maximoff and Peter Parker Were Siblings, a Scarlet Witch and Spider-Man story, publishing in July 2024. And then finally, in October 2024, what if Mark Spector was a host to Venom, a Moon Knight and Venom story? Which is pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. I think it's actually those are like considered canon, I'm pretty sure. So if you like What If, I would watch those just because um, they are technically a part of the series. So I would watch that. Um, I think that is about it for today. So I will see you guys later. And yeah, probably the next time I'll see you is the San Diego Comic Con 2024 schedule release. So I will see you guys all later. Stay safe. And yeah, goodbye.